it's a more scaffolded video, and I've been asking this question to myself while playing Hollow Knight: which endings are canon and where do they fit on the timeline? This video is just speculation, although due to the community agreeing on most of these, I thought I would just put them all in one video and try and see where they fit on the timeline. I will be going through 3 main ending categories, one being the Grimm Troupe, the next one being about the actual main game's ending, and the last one being about Godhome and what endings can happen there. There will be spoilers throughout the whole video of different endings, so if you haven't gotten past the main game, if you haven't gotten past the Grimm boss, whether that's, or you just aren't gonna do any of those, that's fine, but there is a big spoiler warning for each ending on this video. The first ending on this list is the one that I believe to be the first in the timeline, which is the Grimm Troupe. In this add-on, the knight is required to go and collect different scarlet flames in order to help a troop master by the name of Grimm. Near the beginning of the quest, Grimm gives you a charm named the Grimm Child, which is needed to collect the different scarlet flames in order to make it stronger. After collecting all the flames, you have 2 choices which will lead you to 2 different endings. One is betraying the Grimm Troupe by meeting Brum at Howling Cliffs and destroying the Nightmare Lantern, which is how Grimm and the rest of the troop got to Helen Nest. By getting this ending and betraying Grimm, you'll get the Carefree Melody charm, which blocks any incoming damage for a short amount of time. If you help Grimm complete the ritual, you must bring the Grimm Child back to the tent after collecting all flames. This is where you first fought Grimm, but now will be found asleep at the end of the tent. To complete the ritual, you must use the Dream Nail on Grimm while he's sleeping in order to access his dreams and fight Nightmare King Grimm. Nightmare King Grimm is one of the harder bosses in Hollow Knight due to his speed. He doesn't have too much new attacks in terms of the battle you just did with Grimm, but the speed of which he does them is significantly faster. After beating Nightmare King Grimm, you will be able to permanently have the Grimm Child charm and be able to use it as a minion to help you in other boss fights and different open world exploration. I believe that the canon ending for the Grimm Troupe DLC is the one where you fight Nightmare King Grimm and complete the ritual. The reason why I think it's the real ending is because it has a full screen title card which indicates a tough boss. Another reason why I think this is a canon ending is because of the unbreakable charms given to you by Divine after paying her multiple amounts of Geo based on what charms you're purchasing. The reason why I think this is the canon ending is because of the tricky boss fight and the option to pay for 3 unbreakable charms which are very strong. The next set of endings we'll talk about is the Hollow Knight. In the main game, there's 3 different endings you get, 2 in which you need the Void Heart to unlock. The Void Heart can be acquired by getting both fragments of the King's Soul. One is in the White Palace, where the king is. You find his corpse after doing some tricky parkour. The second part of the King's Soul can be found in the Queen's Gardens after fighting the Traitor Lord. Once you've found the Queen, she'll give you some lore, and then she'll give you the second half of the King's Soul. Once you have the full King's Soul, go down to the Abyss and a secret underground area will unlock, which is where you find the Void Heart. Once you have the Void Heart, head back to the Black Egg after defeating all 3 Dreamers. There, you will find the Hollow Knight, which is when you beat him up, pretty much, and Hornet comes in to help. Once it's done, Dream Nail him, and you'll be taken to the final fight of the game, the Radiance. This is what I and many people in the Hollow Knight community think to be the canon ending of the game. After beating the Radiance, the Knight will unleash his true Void form. It unleashes powerful strikes to finish the Radiance off and ending the corruption, and itself in the process. Hornet, now alone in the big crater in the Black Egg, looks over her shoulder to see the knight's shell cracked into 2 pieces. The second ending, you don't face off against the Radiants, but instead when Hornet intervenes, you knock and kill the Hollow Knight. This results in Hornet being trapped inside the egg, with you, the Knight, being the next vessel for the Radiants. The last ending of the 3 is the exact same as the second one, except without the Void Heart, Hornet will not intervene, and instead you end up killing the Hollow Knight and being the vessel yourself, without locking Hornet inside. The reason why many think that the Radiance ending is the true ending is because 1. The Void Heart is a very big process to get, and in which people think there's no point in getting it if it's not the true ending. The second Void Heart ending shows Hornet being trapped inside the black egg, being the next seal, just like the Dreamers, to unlock or close the egg. She is now trapped in the black egg and unable to get free. Another main reason why the Radiance ending seems to be the true ending is because of the actual boss fight. The reason why it is to be known as the hardest Hollow Knight boss fight, and the fact that it is the source and heart of the corruption itself. Another reason why people think the Radiance ending is the true ending is since it is actually fighting the corruption itself you are doing. Once beating the Radiance, you have actually beaten all of the corruption which progresses through the whole game, eventually fulfilling the purpose of the Knight. Team Cherry has never come out and said that it's actually the canon ending. Rather, it's the fan speculation that thinks this is the true ending, as it makes sense to be the most accurate and content-packed ending of the 3, and offers the most satisfying end to the game. I believe that Grimm and the Nightmare King Grimm were both defeated before the Radiance was, as all 3 of them show up as Pantheon 5's most challenging bosses. With the main game out of the way, let's begin talking about the final ending of the game, Godhome. To get the Godhome ending I think is canon, you first need to visit the Grey Mourner in the Resting Grounds and do the Delicate Flower quest, which requires you to travel through all of Hallownest to the Queen's Gardens into the Traitor's Child's grave. Once you have completed both first Pantheons, head back to the Godseeker in the Junk Pit and give her the Delicate Flower. From there she'll give you some dialogue, and then just complete the rest of the Pantheons as usual, but all 3, 4 and most of all, 5. Once all Pantheons are done, you will get this ending. Thanks to the Delicate Flower you gave the Godseeker, she refuses to accept the Void and continues to do what she's doing, whatever that is. And with that, all the endings are complete. This is what I believe are all 3 canon endings, and the way they appeared in the video is the way I think they appeared in canon, with both the Grimm ending and the main game ending happening first and second respectively before the Godhome ending, as you need to complete both the Nightmare King Grimm boss fight and the Radiance boss fight in order to finish the Godhome ending. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this new type of content, and let me know down below if you did or not. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.